Man, I've seen a lot of things in my life. I've seen some crazy stuff, because being in TV and working with some, a lot of celebrities, and you see some weird things, I've never seen anything like the Gothard tunnel opening. Man, you want to talk about like a satanic ritual being done like openly with heads of state, world leaders in attendance, just sitting there clapping. It's insane. And it's connected to CERN, of course. We know CERN has the 666 logo. Short for Cernonos, the other horned, demonic messenger of hell. They're in the same place, which is interesting. The mountain, a lot of people don't know, there is a fable about the mountain and that it was impassable. And so the town folk made a deal with the devil. It's said that there was also a temple at the exact same place where CERN and now the tunnel for Apollyon, the destroyer. There's just a lot of weird stuff, But this tunnel thing, when I watched this ceremony, it was just filled with just ridiculously perverse, sick. Look at this. Now you see that big, that big baby thing with the wings. A lot of people are saying that it's Baphomet because it has the classic male breasts, and that could be the case. It also could be Valak, which is kind of another demon that is worshipped in the occult. I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about here. I mean, look, they're opening a tunnel, right? You'd think, why not Hakuna Matata from The Lion King or something fun, something that like the whole world could see. I mean, do we really need to see the horned Baphomet, basically taking advantage of women, having sex with them? And do we need to see the Antichrist child being born? And do we need to see, the all-seeing eye? The stuff that went on. They're talking about opening a portal with this show. It's being done so in our face right now. It's just spooky. Here are a couple of things that you may not know. First of all, this tunnel that is built on such a historically rich satanic place is 6,000 feet below the ground. Could have been 5,000, could have been 4,000, but no, 6,000 feet below the ground. A lot of people aren't talking about that. You know what else they're not talking about? They're not talking about how the fact that it is 6 tracks of 6 miles, 36 miles, 6 times 6. That's how long it is. Coincidence. The drill bit that was used, this 30-foot huge drill bit, this massive machine, 66 cutters. digging through this impenetrable rock. The whole show, from start to finish, is just one huge, disgusting, disturbing satanic ritual. And it is talking about how right now, their plan, this plan that they've been putting in place for so long, it's out in the open. Now we're going to celebrate, because guess what? Now's our time. So here we see some of the disgusting rituals taking place. It starts off with just mindless drones. Basically every one of us. Dressed in prison uniforms, because we're all a bunch of prisoners, forced to work and forced to do things that we don't know anything about. We're just doing what we're told and going about our business, because really it's the powers that be, And you see a vortex opened, a gate opened, and you see the connection between CERN and Gothard. You see this really disturbing connection. They're talking about, even the Wall Street Journal, it talked about how CERN was trying to open up a portal to hell. Listen, now before I started talking about all of this stuff, I was really all about the allegory, and I could tell you what the beast is. The beast is this carnal idea of who we think we are. The mark of the beast is our works and our thoughts, But the crazy thing is that a while ago I started to realize that, people actually put their faith in this nonsense, and they're going to bring it to pass. And this hell, this portal that may be opening, this devil that is supposed to return, or they're trying to, usher in by opening up, collapsing time and space and opening up a portal for, their God to come through. The one that they've been worshiping for so long. There may be something to it, which is interesting to me, because the days that we're in right now are darker than ever before. And this Illuminati, these dark powers that be, they're all about the opposite of truth. The lie, the father of all lies, right? The opposite of love, is hate and lust. It's all about the opposite. That's why every federal building you see a mirror pool showing you as above, so below. And it's everywhere. It's kind of like they believe that they have to do this, because if they do that, it kind of like solidifies their spell. They kind of tell you ahead of time about it, and it makes it come to pass. And right now, what we see is the the devil basically being crowned king. Becoming one with, a maid here. And giving birth to the Antichrist, and then resurrecting. And then everybody's happy, all the heads of state, all of the wearing the pagan headgear, which ironically, a lot of it symbolizes crowns, royalty. You see the big heads, the people that are in power, big thinkers, all bowing down to this portal that's about to be opened. These were our world leaders watching this nonsense. We were leaders. We're talking, head of France, Germany, Spain, Italy. I mean, we're not talking like this is being done by a bunch of junior high school Satanists. We're talking about world leaders. And all we are doing is, what are we doing? What are we doing? We're talking about it. And we're putting little videos out, and people are going to watch it, and they're going to either say, oh, you're this or you're that, because they've all been brainwashed into thinking that talking about this kind of stuff is, it's just not true. It's conspiracy. It's all nonsense. The fact of the matter is, we all are slaves to the system already. We're already wearing that, those suits, and we're mindlessly walking, and we're tunneling, and we're doing everything we can to open that gate a little wider. I don't want to open that gate wider. You know what I do? I have power over those gates. So do you. So do you. I don't know what the coming days are going to hold for us, but I know that we've entered into a time. I've been saying that darkness was coming, and that performance right there, it was pretty dark. And we're seeing more world changes than ever before. And I'm telling you, I think the Nibiru thing, I think all of this is linked. I think it's somehow connected. I think there's stuff that we're not being told, and I think maybe a portal is opening up. Whether that be extra-worldly or a whole lot of people with a whole lot of power are doing all they can to basically bring about this beast system. Jesus said, he said a lot to the leaders. He says, you're of your father, the devil. And they are too. They only know the works of this world. I'm not of this world. Neither are a lot of you. I say it's time that we start loving like never before, and we start living like never before. Being kind. Because darkness flees from the light. So no matter what happens, believe me when I tell you that there is a God. You're intimately connected to this God. You are, as Jesus said, a child of God, the lights of this world. But who's going to take up the cross? I am. Let's live for better. I don't know what we can do about it. All I can do is do this little video, and I hope that it gets you to think, because everything is not what it appears to be. This world is a mystery of iniquity, and a whore of Babylon, as we saw the little altar holding that little tower in her hand beneath the Masonic symbol. That's at the entrance, the little altar, the whore of Babylon. I thought that it was quite interesting, too, that you had all of the different religions, blessing it.
Mit einem besinnlichen Moment begann heute Morgen früh das Eröffnungsfest und auch ein Konfessionsloser ihre Wünsche für die Reisenden und ihren Dank an die Erbauer des Tunnels aussprechen.
You had the priest, you had the imam, you had the rabbi, and you had that symbol. I thought it used to be, kind of an allegory, a symbol. But they really are trying to come up with a one-world religion. Just like those Georgia Guidestones state, control everybody's passion, their faith. The world is not what it used to be, people. Wake up. Let's wake the world up with us. I love you. Please subscribe, and I'll talk to you all soon.